kids. Who's ready for another adventure? Let's go!
Cece, it's story time. Cece, it's story time! Cece always telling us stories, pink hair and socks, so she's never boring. Whiteboard with the orange tie. You need a recap? Derek is your guy. Oh, with a flow so cold. Everybody get ready for adventure mode. Heather with the crew that's so disruptive. Hey, what's that? Friendly interruption! Kingdom Kids, yeah, Kingdom Kids. Kingdom Kids, yeah, Kingdom Kids!
Tomorrow is a super awesome, fantabulous day. Do you know why? My teacher told me the next time that our class goes out on the playground, I can be the line leader. That's right, yours truly will be leading her classroom across freezing mountains and daring seas. Well, actually, it's just down the hall from our classroom, but you get the point. Speaking of leaders, that reminds me of our great big question. Our great big question is, who leads us? Before we can answer that question, we need a recap. Take it away, Derek.
God's people were camped out at the edge of the promised land. The king of Moab, Balak, was scared that they would try to take over, so he sent for Balaam to curse the Israelites. An angel came to stop Balaam from coming. He could not see the angel, but his donkey could. When the angel stood in front of him, the donkey would go off of the road, run into the wall, and even lay on the ground. So Balaam hit his donkey with a stick, and the donkey started to speak. He said, "Why are you beating me? You made me look like a fool." Then God opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord. When Balaam made it to the palace, instead of cursing them, he blessed them 3 times. King Balak got angry and told them to go home. Well, anyways, that's it for this recap. Back to you, Cece.
I cannot imagine an animal talking to me. That would be so silly. It almost reminds me of the time when...
We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you this friendly interruption. Hopefully your brain doesn't hurt too much after our riddle with Richard.
Oh, hello, Kingdom Kids, and welcome back with another riddle with Dr. Richard. Now, what must be cracked before you can use it? It's an egg! Oh, it's an egg! Oh, bet you didn't get that one.
Oh my goodness! I think I got that one. Did you get it? Well, if you didn't, you can always try next time. Well, let's get back to Cece.
Well, thank you for that interesting riddle, Dr. Richard. Well, now that that's out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for...
Adventure Mode!
Moses was now 120 years old, and he knew that he would not make it to the promised land. So he told the Israelites, "Let the Lord lead you into that land. He will destroy these nations for you." The Lord said that Joshua will lead you. Moses wrote down the laws of the Lord and gave them to the priests to read to the people every 7 years so that they would not forget them and that they would bring up their children knowing the word of the Lord. Moses blessed the people and went to the top of a mountain from where he could look out over the promised land, and it was there that he died. The Israelites cried and looked to Joshua, their new leader. Joshua led the people to the edge of the river. Joshua knew that God had promised them that they would live in the land of Canaan, but the only thing stopping them was the Jordan River. God told Joshua special instructions on crossing the river, and they did exactly what he said. Some of the men carried the Ark of the Covenant over the river. When they walked in the water, God parted the waters for them. With the Ark of the Covenant leading the way, all of Israel was able to pass through. God told the people to grab 12 stones from the middle of the riverbed as they were walking through and to carry those stones with them and lay them down where they make camp. The Israelites did as God had told them to do, and when they stepped onto the other side of the riverbed, the waters returned to as they were before. God kept his promise and led the children of Israel to the promised land. And that's what we learned on
Adventure Mode!
Wow, this lesson was yet again another story showing us God's power. God was giving Moses the wisdom he needed to lead the people of Israel. And when Moses passed away, God was with Joshua as well. Even though Moses and Joshua led the people, God gave Moses and Joshua the ability and wisdom to lead them. Without God, they never would have been able to cross the Red Sea or the Jordan, or even get out of Egypt. So the answer to our great big question is, who leads us? God does. Well, Kingdom Kids, I gotta go, but I can't wait until our next adventure. Until next time, bye!